Hi, and welcome back to Knight's Home Farms. My name is Lance. So, we bought ourselves a new device, which is very awesome, very interesting. We love it. We just got it. We haven't actually completely tested it out, but it is the Nube, however you want to pronounce it, but I believe it's Nube, atmospheric water condenser. Atmospheric water generator. It has a couple different names, but atmospheric water generator. I've been interested in getting one for a while just because, like in the area we're at level 4 water restrictions, and so it would be really awesome to have something that just accumulates the water out of the air, and that's what this does. It's kind of like a dehumidifier, but then the water that it collects goes through a reverse osmosis filtration system, in addition to like a level 3 UV light filter as well. So that way there's no bacteria in it and like that. You know, we got it yesterday, plugged it in, or we got it 2 days ago actually. We plugged it in and let it go. Right before we turned on the camera, it finally stopped. So it's finally collected about 8 gallons worth of water. We put the first gallon in because, as they tell you in the first operation, it's going to take 10 to 20 hours for it to fill up, but you want to put the first gallon of water in there so that all the tubes and all the compartments have water in them. So we just did that, and basically on here we got an LCD screen. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but this particular machine can do both hot and cold water for you. And again, completely filtered, 4-stage filtration system from the reverse osmosis system, plus with the UV light on there. This gives you all the information. Right here, we're at level 3 UV down here. We didn't turn on the heat on it. I mean, we really wouldn't use hot water so much. So the hot water section is at 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is room temperature essentially. Over here on the right, we have it cooled down to 46 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, you know, pretty nice. It's letting us know the humidity in the house is 44%, which is pretty good. With something like that, you can easily make 8 gallons of water a day, no problem. Then up here, it gives you your store level and your allotment level. Honestly, not completely sure what the difference is with that, but when we first filled it up, we were at level 3 on the store level. It went down as the machine started pulling the water into all the different compartments, but I believe the allotment level is the most important one. Over here, see where it says condensation? Like I said, everything just finished. It stopped doing anything right before we turned on the camera, which means it has its full 8 gallons. But it kind of sounds like a refrigerator when it's running. But of course they have cool motion things and all that. While it is collecting water out of the air, you'll see the dripping going on right over here. So very cool machine. We essentially have 8 gallons of water now. The first time around that we're doing this though, they tell us to go ahead and drain 1 quart out of the hot, 1 quart out of the cold, and pull the rest of the water out of the back, and go ahead and get rid of that water because it's the first time for all the filters and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with the water whatsoever, but it might have little tiny granules or something like that in there. Meanwhile, we have a couple chickens fighting out there, a couple roosters. Just an aside right there.
Yeah.
They're like jumping at each other and attacking and all that.
Let's see.
Yeah, see if you can get them. It's like, who's the boss?
So it's Mr. Clean versus Bonnet. Bonnet's kind of a jerk. Everything's open right now. The chicken coop is open, and the aviary is open, and so everybody's kind of come out.
It's like rooster Muay Thai or something.
Yeah, Muay Thai. Yeah.
Well, I got it for the cats and dogs, you know.
Huh?
Cat Kwando.
Yeah.
And you know, dog jitsu,
Dog
stuff like
jitsu,
that. Yeah.
rooster Muay Thai.
But rooster, I haven't come up quite with the right style for rooster.
All right, so we're taking a quart out of each of those and then a quart out of the back.
Yep. As long as I can get it in there, let me top this off so I can get this in here better. This, you know, in case you overflow or something like that, this catches the water for you.
Just like a water cooler.
Yeah, it's like a regular water cooler. That's essentially what this thing looks like, except it doesn't.
It doesn't have the jug on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
It pulls the water out of there. That you have to do that. Yeah. Let's see what the water looks like. Oh, Venus is very intrigued by anything that has anything to do with water.
Yes.
She's the water cat.
Water. Yep.
She's the water cat, but look, Zeus is coming too.
I hear water. It is, I don't know.
It looks pretty clear to me.
It looks pretty clear, yeah. I was going to say it looks a little on the dark side, but that's probably just...
It's the jar and the...
Yeah, no,
it's not dark.
Not dark at all.
No.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah. And if I had plants to water or anything, I would, but I don't right now, so...
Yeah.
Just dump it in the sink.
Yep.
Ta-da! I've set up a trap for myself over here.
Yes. So then, you know, this machine's pretty solid. It's a pretty heavy machine.
Oh my gosh, yes. Very heavy.
I mean, I was just barely able to pick it up and get it about halfway to the house. And then we went ahead and grabbed the dolly. Yeah, you can tell that's nice and cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it looks good too.
Yep.
Okay. Back over here. And then we just gotta find the thing on the bottom or in the back. Is it on the other side?
Water drain. It says water drain, hot caution, if the machine with hot water function.
Oh, well then we didn't have it on with, we don't have the hot water turned on, so.
Leakage sensor. There's nothing on this side. Now we can try tasting it and see if it even needs to be drained.
Well, I would just do what they did, what they said. Do you know how it works?
No. That's what I said. I hadn't heard anything about this part whatsoever with the drain.
Yeah, it wasn't in the manual, but it was on that label, so
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see any particles in either quart that you just pulled out, so.
But of course, on the flip side, we do need to drain this.
Why?
Well, don't we have jugs or anything to fill up yet? No, not yet. Okay, so I guess we can leave it as is.
Okay.
Well,
so now
here's
you're
the
gonna
test, though.
Now you're gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it. You get to watch me try it, kind of live.
So the only thing that.
If I try it and I die, yeah, it probably won't be.
Oh, you're not gonna die. So this, it just came back on.
There you go.
And it is. Let me see if I can get it. There we go.
So the pump over here is starting. You see the motion there. We're starting to pump water again, and the condenser right there. You see how it's doing the drip drop and stuff.
Yeah.
And our store is down to 2 instead of 3, and our allotment isn't all the way over at like 5 or whatever, it's at 4.
Yeah. Because we
you
took
can
water
see
out.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some reason the hot water's down to 64 degrees.
Because it added
Cold
more
water.
cool.
Yeah,
to
just
it.
so. All right, we are going to try it.
Here's looking at you. Oh, we'll smell it though. See if it has a smell.
It has no smell whatsoever.
No smell whatsoever. Let me smell.
Let the cameraman smell it.
No smell.
No smell.
My nose is better than yours.
Because it's cuter. Yeah. Tastes like cool, clean water.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yep. So,
You want to put this thingy back on?
here's right here, the sticker. So we almost took the sticker off because it came with quite a few stickers, but it was going to be kind of a pain. But instructions for use, I figured might as well leave it on there. Here's a good chart though. So if you have a humidity of 35%, your production capacity at approximately 82 degrees Fahrenheit is 9 gallons. 40, you can get 13 gallons.
Wow.
So with us,
we're at like 42,
it says we're at 42,
yeah.
43%, so we could be collecting 13 gallons a
Of
day.
water every day.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And right here's the you know, graph showing you the output capacity. Well, this is in liters actually, not gallons, compared to the humidity in the air at 28 degrees Celsius or 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So this, see right there, that's actually in liters also. This
So
is
13
gallons, this is
13
liters.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do 13 liters a day.
So this came from Mexico.
Yep.
And if someone wanted to get one, how did you find it? Like, do they have their own website?
I did a whole bunch of research. They have their own website. Don't have my phone on me. It's
I can put it in the description box.
you can put in the description box. Yeah, it's like Innovaqua, I believe is the name. INNOV and then aqua. So yeah, but we'll put the description, the name. Very cool. There was another company I was looking at first. It has a few more bells and whistles, but there were some issues with getting it and all that kind of stuff. So this one was rated the highest for its purpose out of the 3-4 companies out there that make them. So we decided to go ahead and give this one a shot, and I mean, happy with it. It's that much in one day.
Yeah.
That's more than enough for us.
Well, and that's really what they said, that when you first get it and unbox it, you have to leave it set for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and then yesterday morning we plugged it in and went through all of the installation instructions and everything. You want to show all the filters and everything down there?
Yeah, I can show you all the filters.
And then they say it's going to take about 20 hours before you have the water. You know, before you can do what we just did. Before you have water to...
This is the top part because...
Well, I'm glad that it stays on.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's hard to get off. There you go.
There we go.
So there's a 3-part filtration system and reverse osmosis.
It's got the organic chemical reduction, the taste and odor reduction, and then the lead reduction filters right there.
And then the UV sterilization right there.
UV sterilization happens right in there. Yep. And everything else it does.
Yeah. Everything else is in.
Yep.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a pretty awesome machine. Great if you're definitely trying to do your best to stay off grid and all.
Yeah, because all it takes is electricity, but you could run it off of a solar system, certainly.
Yes, exactly.
So that you can fight putting that back on.
Yeah, that's the only downside to this guy that I personally think is that it's a little tough to get this thing back on. Like I can pop this side on, no problem, but then this side kind of has an issue sticking up like that.
But once you get it on, it doesn't come off, so.
Right.
There we go.
Yep. The other thing with this
is it has to be...
If you're interested in getting it, yeah, and you can't put it up against the wall, you need at least 8 inches of space. So this turned out being a good place for it. You know.
In the corner of our dining room.
Yeah, corner of our dining room.
Yeah.
Oh, and right now, if you can listen to it, you can hear what it sounds like.
It is running.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a refrigerator.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad. like once you get used to it, no big deal. You'll stop getting used to it and just not even notice.
Not even notice that it's running. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah. So.
Very cool. We're happy with that. That's one of the upgrades that we've done, so we don't have to be drastically dependent on like county water or anything. We can make our own water with this. I plan on doing a very basic version of this outside for the cats and chickens. There are plans to make your own, involving some aluminum foil, copper tubing, you know, a water pump, fountain water pump. You know, so I'm going to give that a shot here pretty soon, and then after that we're going to be looking at doing some other interesting things too. Just trying to work our way towards being as off-grid as possible. So
off-grid as possible.
As much
with electricity and internet and all that, yeah.
Earth battery.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm looking at that, yes. So we'll see what happens there. But, yep, for now, we got water covered.
8 gallons a day.
Yep. So we will see you next time. Bye.